What's up guys, in the last video I showed you how to make this deck chair. So in this video I decided to show you how to make this footrest to go with it. Hope you enjoyed guys, let's get building. So first guys, we need to take apart the pallet so we can get the slats for our wood so we can use them for building. The tools that I'm using are a club hammer and a bolster chisel. This will make it a lot easier for you to take apart the pallet than using a crowbar. When using a crowbar, you will have the risk of the wood snapping or splitting. If you're doing this work for the first time, you may need some assistance to help you take apart the pallet. Now we need to use a claw hammer to remove or hit back in any visible nails. Now cut 4 15-inch long slats for the two sides and for the two back legs. Then cut 6 14.5-inch slats for the top, front and rear. I am using a miter saw as it is easier to cut with and more accurate than using a crosscut saw, which is also known as a handheld saw. These here are the side slats and the rear legs. And these here are the top, front and rear slats. Now set your miter saw to 15 degrees and at one end of the rear legs, cut a 15-degree angle. Now I am marking out the side slats. I am using an offcut I had in my wood bin and I cut a 15-degree angle on it so I would be able to mark out the line easier. When you are cutting on an angle, make sure that the edge of the blade is just on the line. This way you will get an accurate cut piece of wood. As you can see here, I am marking out the front legs. I have to be very accurate on this part of the build as this is the front and will be most visible. Again, as you can see, I set my miter saw to 15 degrees and cut along the line to get my first front leg. With the piece of wood that I just cut, I used it to help me mark out the second leg by drawing a line along the straight edge. Then I set my saw back to 0 and cut along the line to get my second leg. seeing if the wood that I just cut sits flush with the side slats. And look at that, it does. Now I am marking out where I need to cut the other 15-degree angle for the sides. I then brought the marked piece of wood over to my miter saw and cut along the line. Once I had done that, I marked out where I had to cut for the other side slat. I also cut along the line for this side slat to make it the same size as the one I did before. Once I had cut both pieces of wood, both of them looked a bit like a parallelogram. What you're aiming for when you build the legs is at the top left corner of the screen. I am using 4x40mm screws and Gorilla wood glue. I am also countersinking all of my screws. You can use clamps whilst you're screwing to stop your wood moving. This also keeps your wood nice and flush and it doesn't look messy. When you are putting on the top slats, you may need to use clamps to pull your wood in line as it may be warped. My top slats aren't all the same length, that's because I'm going for the rustic look. I am countersinking all my screws on the top so I can fill them in with wood filler later. As you can see here, I'm marking out where I need to cut the front board so it can sit flush with the end of the footrest. I am now filling in all my holes and the wood filler I am using is on screen. Once I had filled in all of my holes, I left the filler to dry overnight so I could come back the next morning and sand it all down. For the first bit of sanding, I am using 80 grit sandpaper. For the second bit of sanding, I am using 150 grit sandpaper. For the final bit of sanding, I am using 320 grit sandpaper. as it will give the primer something to adhere to. The primer that I'm using is on screen, and when it is dry it will give something for the paint to grab hold of. I did 1 coat of primer, but I highly recommend if you do 2 to 3 coats of primer. This way you won't have to do as many coats when you're painting. The paint that I'm using is on screen. It is a gloss paint, so it takes longer to dry than normal paint. As you can see, I am painting every other slat white, and you will see why in just a minute. Like I said before, I was painting each other slat white, and now I'm doing the same for the black. If you don't have any duct tape, that's fine. You can use a piece of wood to stop the black from spilling onto the white. Both the white and the black paint take around 30 minutes to dry, with 12 hours to fully cure. When you are working close to the floor with paint, make sure you have a block underneath your work so your brush doesn't get dusty. Once you have left both paints to dry and fully cure overnight, the build is done. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Also, leave a like, share and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.